What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Matt and I Show. Shout out to everybody. Hey, you know what? The Super Bowl, man, it was crazy. It was totally crazy. Shout out to the Seahawks who won, but the real thing was there was two different Americas, okay? Yeah. Two different Americas for the halftime show. And you had the one show, you had this sense of what America could look like. You had this sense of what America, the modern day America, where it's very diverse, is a lot of inclusion, things like that, or what it should be. And then you had MAGA. Okay, you had MAGA. They wanted to go back to the greatest hits. So we're going to talk about those two splits. Also, we're going to share some live Twitter reactions because the internet was going crazy yesterday. Everybody was having a good time. So I want to play this first thing. And here's how Turning Point USA, they actually had their own halftime show. Let's just put it that way. Let's show you the clip of what their halftime show looked like. Play the clip, Josh.
Hey, can you imagine the MC, man? Y'all enjoy yourselves if y'all enjoy yourselves?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. What? Oh, bro. Play it again, bro. That dude was crib walking, bro. I seen that dance before, bro. Didn't Kendrick Lamar have them doing that in the Super Bowl?
I know. Look at him. He actually got some moves, bro. Go ahead. All right.
Oh, dang, bro.
You know, funny part about that. Well, I mean, okay, to be fair, that wasn't actually at the Turning Point USA. That they didn't actually do that.
That was the pregame show.
Yeah, that was the pregame show. That was the warm-up show, right? But you did have Kid Rock. And a lot of people are talking about this because Kid Rock, his fans, they were mad. People were upset with Kid Rock, okay? Because they were thinking like, wait a minute, hold on. This dude literally was lip syncing during his video at whatever their halftime show was, the Anti-MAGA halftime show. That's what they were doing. And people were just looking like, okay, what is Kid Rock? You know, this guy's what, 50, 60, 70 years? I don't even know how old he is.
Bro, I'm going to say this, bro. I'm going to tell you something interesting about Kid Rock. First of all, that should be old Rock. Look at his face, bro. You know? I mean, Kid Rock, bro. Maybe 40 years ago. And this is the interesting thing about how like twisted MAGA is, bro. Do you know how Kid Rock got his start? He was a rapper in the late 80s. And you know who produced his first album? Too Short.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Wow, that's crazy.
You can find it, bro. So Too Short produced his first album. So this guy that you just like, oh man, Kid Rock first album was produced by Pop Shake That Monkey, Too Short.
Stop it.
That's crazy, bro. I would have never guessed that. I wouldn't have known that. And, Kid Rock is from Detroit, and you got to give Detroit some love. But at the same time, Detroiters, they don't even like Kid Rock like that. And we'll revisit that in another moment. But the next thing we want to move on to is what Trump said at the Super Bowl. And, Trump is just a big baby. And listen to what Trump did and what his tweet was. Let's play this next clip.
News Turning Point's All-American halftime show was a complete flop. Even Trump preferred to watch Bad Bunny instead. Turning Point's peak viewership for their half show was around 3.2 million people, which in reference is around a quarter of the typical viewership the Puppy Bowl brings in each year, and is less than the total amount of Republicans that voted for Trump in Texas. Like I said at the beginning of the video, not even Trump watched it. Trump posted this statement on Truth Social moments ago, saying that Bad Bunny's performance was the worst ever, absolutely terrible, so on and so forth. That's not the point. The point is that's Trump saying that he watched Bad Bunny's performance and didn't like it. But if he was watching Bad Bunny's performance, he wasn't watching Turning Point's performance. That is absolutely hilarious. That's all for now. Make sure to hit that.
All right. Matt?
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, come on, bro. This is the issue with this, man. People complain so much. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I want to see it. They don't even tune in to see the stuff that they claim they want to see, bro. They don't. And like I said, bro, that's like going to the All-Star game, bro. The NBA All-Star game. Like, I'm excited. I'm taking my family, and Dominique Wilkins is coming down the court. Grant Hill, Isaiah Thomas, these old guys. Bro, nobody want to see that stuff no more, bro.
I agree. I mean, Bad Bunny came out. I mean, the performance was amazing. I love the fact that it felt hopeful. It felt like a real performance. And I was just like, man, you know what? They came out last year with Kendrick Lamar, and then now they followed up with Bad Bunny. I mean, the NFL just sending a statement to Trump. Like, look, we going to do what we want to do, and we going to do our Super Bowl our way. And on top of that, you really think Trump was watching that? You know he's watching it. And anytime Trump say he doesn't like something, he actually secretly likes it. So I think he was watching it. He was enjoying himself, and he had a good time. Okay, he had a good time.
I got one thing to say about that. And shout out to the NFL for still doing the Bad Bunny. You know, shout out to the. I'm gonna say this, but the reason they're doing it is, like you always say, bro, it's part of their customer base. What they're trying to do with the Super Bowl halftime shows each year, give each audience something that they want. That's what they're doing. They're trying to appease to all their audiences, right? The problem with the MAGA, you know what I'm saying, is because anything outside of something that doesn't speak to them, they hate it. But in the new America,
it doesn't matter how you feel.
That's the new America. You can post, you can make comments, you could criticize, you could do whatever you want to do. But when you look at that 401k, you know what I'm saying? When that house, when that mortgage is behind, you try to get an extension, the bank gonna be like,
it doesn't matter how you feel.
You about to take my house?
Give me a hell yeah.
That's the new America, bro. So
that's the new America. And you're right. You know, and speaking of posts, we want to show some receipts, okay? Because the internet was going crazy last night. People they was just having a good time with this thing. And we want to kind of show some of the best of some of the tweets that we saw on the internet. So let's start with this first one. This is Mike Stanley. And Mike Stanley says, Kid Rock has always been a joke to Detroiters. He's the crap boomers blast on their platoon boats in Oakland Township in hopes of being able to tell a 20-year-old about their second divorce. That was savage, bro.
I'm gonna break it down for people who aren't from Detroit. So Oakland County, it's kind of like it's one of the wealthier suburbs in Detroit, but it's an older suburb, right? So think about, you know, people who have money from the auto companies. Like pretty much it's an older suburb, but it has money. And what he's talking about is just boomers riding around from Oakland County, driving, acting like they're 20 years old again, but they're in their 50s and 60s, reliving the old good days from the 90s once more, bro. So I just wanted to kind of explain that.
The lie detector test determined you are telling the truth.
That's true. I heard no lies there.
I'm gonna ask you a question, bro. Real quick. I'm not trying to, bro. What's the last Kid Rock song you listened to, bro?
I am American baby. You know,
how's it go, bro? One more time, bro.
I am American back. Whatever it is, I don't even know what it is.
What's the last one you liked?
Well, no. Interesting thing. I never really listened to Kid Rock, but I did see one he had like when he was at the White House. This was maybe last year or something like that, and he looked like some cheap Liberace Like it just looks so white trash to me. I hate to use that word, but it looked white trash to me. It was crazy. And I was just looking like, man, this looks terrible, man. He looked bad. Trump looked bad. And I see why they like each other. These are like the third string quarterbacks or whatever. I mean, these are just old, crusty, weak people.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, you know, D.L. Hughley always dropping bombs here. He said something that was interesting. And he said, how was that Turning Point show? Asking for a friend. And I felt like a lot of people felt like that, Matt. A lot of people felt like, man, that show was so bad. It was so bad, okay? I didn't watch it, but, you know, some people were talking about it. And this next tweet here, and this is from Adam Kinzinger. He said, imagine being the most powerful man in the world and being this much of a whiny victim. You know what? Okay? Good God, what a child.
Man, you know what? But we've been watching Trump get in front of the American people and do this in front of the
millions
and millions for over 10 years, bro. And I think you said something in a conversation we had not too long ago, and you said sometimes these people are so overwhelmed by the job that they just they had to get some relief, bro. I mean, they can't do the job. And to your point, this is a culture politics president, bro. That's all they engage in. No policy. It's just cultural wars, bro. He's just sitting there and just steaming. Like, oh, they got their bunny. Ooh, ooh. Bro, he's like that. Ooh. At home, bro. He watching the show.
You're killing me, man.
Yeah. I mean, you're right about that. Yeah, these guys, man, they first of all, they don't like to see people like that don't look like them. They don't like to see them shine. You know, you've seen people like that, bro. You've seen haters, man. They see somebody shining over there and they really get mad. That really boils their blood. And the funny part about it is some of these people will be the same people who say, hey, let's go to this Mexican restaurant. Yep. And you're like, come on, man. Like, you can't have it both ways, man. People are just crazy these days.
I agree, bro.
And so that brings us to our next tweet here. And this is from, let's just say, Milan, I guess I will say. She said, it is bad that when Bad Bunny was shouting out all the countries in the Americas, my first thought was, MAGA probably don't even know those countries are part of the Americas, right? What a powerful moment. I thought that was really good too, Matt. Like, he was shouting out different parts of the Americas. He mentioned Argentina as well. And they were probably so triggered, like, wait a minute, Trump, didn't he take over Venezuela, right? That's sorry. You know, they were just like boiling, man. It was just kind of crazy to see that.
Man, I'm going to throw it back at you, man, because I think you cooking right now. I got a question for you. When you watch that show, right, what do you think is going on in the minds of just everyday Americans? What do you think is going on in the minds of MAGA?
Well, I think everyday Americans, they just wanted entertainment. You know, they had a long week at work. You know, people are tired. They got family over, friends. Maybe they just hanging out with their coworkers. They went to a Super Bowl party. Most people probably did. And they want to get a little relief. And unfortunately, you just can't get away from this president. That's why we call him the Michael Myers president. This guy is everywhere, okay? And this guy is diabolical.
What?
He is the Michael Myers, the political Michael Myers. Donald Trump is the political Michael Myers. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in the coming days or weeks, why I feel the way I feel about that. But, you know, people, you know, this dude was talking about crypto, okay? He was literally advertising crypto. Not, hey, you know what, the American people, how y'all doing out there? You know, I know y'all watching the Super Bowl. You know, we behind the scenes, we working to lower your grocery prices. We looking for affordable housing. We try to find everything we can, but, you know, enjoy the show. No, Trump out there advertising crypto, okay? This guy is so diabolical that he actually thinks that this is the right thing to do. Now, what MAGA, their perspective, they feel like they're losing their country. You see Bad Bunny, you hear him talking in Spanish. These people are triggered by that. They don't like that because they feel like America's changed, and it's changed on them in such a way that they're getting left out. And unfortunately, a lot of them are getting left out because we're getting tired of MAGA. MAGA is trash.
No, man. I mean, good points, bro. I just wanted to hear your perspective, man, because you was cooking, bro.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Hot out the oven.
Hot out the oven, bro. And that brings us to our next tweet here. And this is Harry. He says, Trump just freaked out over the Super Bowl halftime show performance by Bad Bunny that focused on love, inclusion, and representation. He is such a sensitive snowflake. What you think about that, Matt?
Well, it goes back to something I've really been thinking about. And I think it goes back to Trump. I think Trump is MAGA at this point. I think that it's probably the most, I don't want to say exclusive. It's the biggest anti-group in this country, meaning that, like, I could deal with MAGA if MAGA was pro and said, I care about these issues. But MAGA is anti. You know, what I mean by anti is like they just don't like anything. They don't like this, they don't like that. They really have no things that they stand for. Because sometimes when people are pro something, they may not be super anti. They just say, this is what I care about. I'm not really worried about those other issues. That's not my problem. I'm just worried about this, right? Which I think is how most people are. But they are anti. They're not pro anything. They're just anti this, anti that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that just does a lot of damage, bro.
Yeah, I totally agree. They are anti.
And real quick, bro, people are so angry. I think a MAGA's calling me right now, bro. Let me answer this call, bro. I think it's a MAGA, man. What's going on, bro? Oh, bro, man, bro, I'll call you back, man. He upset. He upset about the halftime show. Bro. He upset, bro. Sorry, got a call from MAGA, bro. Had to answer that, man. Sorry about that, Ice.
All right. So that brings us to our last and final clip here. Now, this is pretty much how things are right now. This is a perfect analogy. So you had a fan run onto the field, and I feel like this is MAGA right now.
Hold on.
They're trying to run on the field.
A fan ran on the field, bro.
Yeah, they ran on the field, which was crazy. And this, I feel like this is what MAGA is today, right? They're trying to interfere in what's happening with the game of the world of America, how America's moving, and they're trying to interfere. So play this clip.
Listen, they tackle. It's gang tackle, bro.
Yeah, they gang tackled the dude, man. So that's a perfect analogy of what MAGA looks like today. These people are just trying to disrupt things, right? The things are flowing, things are happening, and they're just like, you know what? Let's just be disruptors. Let's cause chaos.
No, I agree, man. And my man, if you play that clip one more time, bro, it's funny because he wasn't watching too many last morning commercials, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look at him, bro. He slipped. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Bro, you saw that Patriot player, bro. He got nervous, bro. See, he saw that football.
Was that Stephon Diggs?
I don't know. Hey, I don't know who you about to dig into my man and give him a nice little tackle, bro. He was ready to have a good time. Cool. And as soon as he saw that football play, he was like, oh, snap. He stopped and slid, bro. Like, you know how a quarterback, before he about to take a big hit, he just slide. Yeah. He's like, oh, just go. That's what he did, bro.
Slide, slippity slide. Yeah, he got caught. But yeah, well, hey guys, thank you for watching our show. That's all we have for you guys. Please hit that like button, share, and subscribe as well. We're trying to get to 500 subs. We are very close there. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you guys in the next video.